Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. So I'm just going to dive straight in. My angels, I've been away for a few weeks. I'm still away. I'm still on vacation. I'm not where I usually am, as you can tell. But I wanted to work for you over the last few weeks, and I broke some of my cables whilst trying to set up everything. So I had to wait for some replacements. So apologies for it taking so long. But anyway, we're here. Let's dive into your reading. As always, I do like to do a little bit of a deep breath. You can skip it if you want to. I do a bit of a sound bowl so we can get grounded together. You don't have to do it. You can skip ahead. But for those who want to stay, let's take a deep breath together. And exhale. Okay. Now, every time I do that, I've been hearing some things. And I heard V for victory. It's an easy win. I don't know what that means to you. Maybe you guys are doing something. Maybe you guys are finding a plan that works for you. I don't know. It just feels like I'm feeling like you're going to have some victory in something and that it's going to be a lot easier than you expected. But anyway, I just ate something. So apologies if I'm just so wallowing into the mic. But anyway, let's dive into reading. For my gorgeous Pisceans out there, can I get a card out for the week ahead? Will I need to know? What messages do they need to hear? Oh, yin and yang. It's a balance of life, no? And we got indecision too. So that's interesting. If you're left at the crossroads, I feel like both pathways are going to lead to something important for you to learn. So it's almost like you can't make a wrong decision with this. Of course, maybe one's more comfortable than the other, but it feels a little bit like, I don't know, yin and yang. All right, let's see what else comes through for that. For Pisces, you got the Imagine card coming through, which is all about ascending. Okay. Now, 2-2, yin and yang is about partnership. Sometimes this is where twin flames come in, but I don't really like to speak about that kind of stuff. However, you could be meeting someone who is almost like the opposite of you, but this is kind of your match. Now, let's move forward. Imagine is my judgment card. It's about surrendering, letting go, rising up to the new level, right? Letting go of any baggage or whatever is holding you down so that you can effortlessly rise up to a new level. It's a card of leveling up. In this card, it says imagine. So in this new chapter of your life, they want you to think big, all right? Don't play small in this new chapter. They want you to understand that you can create whatever you want in this lifetime. Sometimes we just need to let go of all that baggage that's holding us down. So they're showing me frequencies, and fear, guilt, shame, all that stuff is on a low vibration. That's a heavier energy. They want you to kind of rise into a higher energy by choosing, to resonate on a different level. So if you want to do anything like that, then feel free to go ahead, because Spirit's saying frequency is important. The frequency that you're putting out into the world is important for what you manifest in this new chapter. 222 showing up. So if you're seeing any 222s, it could be synchronicity for you of the messages that we're talking about today. But anyway, let's see what else. Let's see. What is a chakra card that wants to come through for Pisces, please? For the energy of the week ahead. 333 on the clock, as I just said that. Okay, and you got impasse, a blockage. That's interesting. So this kind of comes up when you're reaching a bit of a dead end. Now, this chakra is orange, so it's sacral chakra. It's all about your desires and your feelings. So there could be a bit of a blockage there, especially with a full moon in the background. Okay, that's interesting. So it's like an intense energy and a blockage going on there. I'm gonna see how this shows up in your reading, because I'm not picking anything up on it intuitively with like any storylines yet, but just be aware there could be a blockage coming up. I don't know if it's physical or again emotional, but definitely there is an impasse here. There's something blocking the way. You have to take a different route around. Let's see. Let's get you a main theme. Let's get you some tea leaf tarot. I always forget which way, where am I going? All right, let's see. 3 of these for Pisces. Casket, interesting. Someone going out of your life for the end of a situation, right? Which could be the impasse, right? It could really be a blockage here. Key, successful outcomes to your problems, and goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So that looks awesome. It's just a little bit of that blockage or casket coming through. It kind of reminds me of the Ten of Swords, so a difficult ending. An old chapter. The casket could even be an old self that's dying out, right? That can also be what that means. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see. What's the main theme coming out for Pisces? I forgot to mention I'm doing a different spread and I love it. So I hope you guys do too. Let me know if it resonates with you, if it's stronger, more intuitive. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. But in this area, I'm asking for the main theme of the week, but actually Spirit's been coming through with a bit of like a target, like a goal to focus on. So let's see what they say for you. So let's see. What's the major theme, please, Spirit, for Pisces? What's the main theme for Pisces, please? Ace of Wands, a new beginning, right? Some of this is like, yeah, I feel like it's a new flame coming up. So again, could be twin flame, but I don't want to go down that route. The Ace of Wands is really just passions, projects. It can also be like inspiration. You know, it's a spark of something. Now, and yeah, I feel like I'm seeing a fire and I've just noticed the hands are almost like up against it. Something that's giving you that little bit of warmth, which is interesting. So if you've been going through like a dark time or what I would call a personal winter, which is like a bit of dark night of the soul, survival mode, been needing a bit of warmth in your life, and that's coming through for you. I'm going to clarify this. So Ace of Wands, new idea, new projects, new business. It looks good for you. They want you to focus on this. And it's also, again, creativity. So like I said with Imagine, it's saying you're having a new beginning. It's all up for your imagination. Whatever you think you can have, you can have. Whatever you visualize, you can have. Whatever you feel, you can have. Feeling, sacral chakra, you can have. All right, Ace of Wands, what's this about, please? Oh, there's some travel coming up for you guys, even if it's just a metaphor, like spiritual movement. But the Knight of Wands is travel. It's like long distance travel, and the Six of Swords is in a boat. So moving forward. Knight of Wands is also good for optimism. So this week, your main theme is that you're feeling more optimistic. You really feel like, okay, maybe I'm not super stable yet. I'm not in stable times yet, but I'm moving towards it. And there's a little bit more hope coming through in this week. And I really do sense that throughout what we were saying already. There's this glimmer of hope, like this little, something's keeping you warm through some dark times. And I feel like that's really what's carrying you through. Again, it could be an idea, project, a business venture. I don't know what it is. Maybe some travel. It just feels like something's keeping you going. Some motivation, some inspiration. Something's keeping you going. So Knight of Wands wants you to have more fun. Okay, make do with this journey that you're about to go on. And now, speaking specifically, some of you are going on some sort of adventure or journey. Some of you will be moving, okay, for sure. All right, that's your main themes. Let's see what's how you guys are showing up during this time. For Pisces, can I see the energy for Pisces? That is too many. I'm not going to take it, but I was hearing SWAT team. I don't know what that has anything to do with anything. Justice, legal. Okay, that's a lot going on here. If you've had like a little bit of a challenging time in career, justice is about bringing something to balance, isn't it? Upright could be about contracts. There could be a contract coming away. King of Pentacles is someone in authority. Emperor is a boss or masculine, or, you know, it doesn't have to be a masculine, but it's just a person of authority. Seven of Wands is a bit of like, despite the odds, you're going to have some success. Some of you could be hearing some good news around a contract. That's something I want you to know. It could be giving you some hope. All right, let's see what's going on for Pisces. Let's see what's going on, please, in their energy. How are they showing up? Okay, 2 cards, 3 cards. All right, cheeky Pisces. What do we got? Page of Cups. So you're in a position where, okay, this is my card of being caught by surprise. All right, like there's some surprising news coming away. 10 of Wands and an 8 of Cups kind of feels like this is some acknowledgement about your own feelings and emotions, that something is just burdening you too much. It's time to walk away from it. I'm going to see what it is, of course. Whatever it is. Let's see. Why is the 8 of Cups here? The 5 of Pentacles. So leaving behind things that kind of make you, that are planting seeds of doubt or lack. Because the 5 of Pentacles is, again, like it can be to do with self-worth. If it's inner work. If it's external, it could be like a lack of finances, or your finances are not where you want them to be. It could be a feeling of loss or not being good enough. So that could be feelings that you're walking away from. 10 of Wands, this might be something you've been carrying for a long time. Okay, 10 of Wands. The 5 of Swords, which is again about like conflict. Sorry, my angels. was being called. But anyway, what we were saying was about the 10 of Wands. So feeling overburdened, overworking yourself. Now the 5 of Swords, sorry, is a card of conflict at times. And maybe that's something that you're holding on to. I was getting a sense of maybe regret. That could be it. Or it can also just be an element of feeling a bit defeated. Maybe this is that you feel like you've reached a dead end in some kind, whatever it is. Oh, and the Page of Swords came up. I forgot I even did that. And it's put here. Page of Swords can be a triggered energy. So there could be something that is triggering you to feeling worthless or not feeling good enough, etc., or finances could be triggering you. Page of Swords is almost like understanding your triggers is what's really going to help you move forward. As you can see here, it's going to help you learn what you need to learn about yourself to deal with it, right? And maybe some of you could actually learn a bit more about where this is coming from, if it's inner work, okay? Because I'm picking up it might be, because I see that you're changing is why I'm saying that. Page of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. And some of you, if you have a bit of haters, then it's time to leave, okay? It's time to move on, because I can see it's getting to you for sure. That 5 of Pentacles does not look easy, okay? Feeling left out in the cold, feeling a bit bullied, maybe, I don't know, that's just for someone out there. So it's time to leave that if you want. Now, 5 of Swords and then 10 of Wands. Yeah, as I was saying, I feel like this is and the devil is being here as well. So this could really be about certain fears that are getting in your way that you're holding on to. So the Page of Cups in this case feels a bit like an emotional purging, which is very interesting. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Just realized we didn't do that. Page of Cups in Pisces energy. Woo! I feel like that the reason why I reacted like that was because it was a surprise to me. Like I said, shocking surprise. It's an element of surprise with the Page of Cups, and it's with the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is giving you a new seed. Awesome, especially with the 10 and the 8 of Cups even, because this is you walking away, 10 of Wands. I feel like you're having enough with something. When there's a full moon, it's like heightened energy. Let me just move this because it's super bright. There we go. I don't know if that's any better or worse. I don't even know. Okay, anyways. Ace of Pentacles is a brand new clean slate, if you will. And that feels like something that is coming to you as a surprise that you're like, oh, I know what I need to do. Like, I'm ready. So that's nice. Okay, let's see what else comes out for you. Let's see the energy of the week for Pisces. 6 of Pentacles. I love that. That's not come out for a while for anybody, actually. I think at least not today. And you are the 7th reading I'm doing today. So 6 of Pentacles is all about bringing back balance into your life. The energy of the week is really about paying attention to what you give your time and energy to, right? Who are you giving your time and energy to? What thoughts are you giving your time and energy to? What are your daily routines? What is your health looking like? So it's really about reprioritizing, reorganizing your life. So I like that. It, of course, can also be about giving or receiving money. It can also be a charitable card too. So an energy of the week, maybe you're feeling a bit more charitable, or again, you're just feeling like you're restoring order is what I'm hearing. Okay, why is the 6 of Pentacles the energy of the week? 6 of Pentacles. Here we go. The same thing. So ever since this realization, I think it's giving you a clean slate. 2 of Swords does represent like a decision, but in this case, I feel like it's more about balance, right? Balancing 2 things in your life. And the 7 of Wands is like, there's a lot that life is throwing at you right now, but I'm almost getting a sense that as long as your inner world you're feeling at peace with yourself and what you're building, 10 of Pentacles, you're able to have that and deal with whatever life's challenges are. Why is the 2 of Swords here? 3 of Pentacles jumping on top of Imagine. Okay, this is getting clear on what it is that you want, right? 2 of Swords is interesting. Like I said, I think it's about balancing something. 3 of Pentacles, a dream, getting clear on your dreams. Imagine, get clear on your goals because you're building the foundation for it. And also some of you could be manifesting or calling in people to help you with something, right? That could be the 6 of Pentacles here as well. Maybe it's an element that you don't need to do something alone, that you can call upon help. Whether that's professional help, someone who's good at doing something that maybe you fall short in, like an accountant. Maybe you don't know how to file taxes, so it's good to get professional, for example. So it's that kind of energy of collaboration and working with others. So I quite like that. It's all to do with this big dream that you are bringing to life. Okay, how is Pisces showing up in the near future? How is Pisces showing up in the near future? Interesting. The 5 of Cups came through, which is, of course, a feeling of disappointment. or emotional, upset. And the Three of Cups is here. Now, this can be a reflection on friendships. I think there could be some disappointment coming up there potentially, or maybe it's like a celebration falls short. Or it could be that you're feeling a bit disappointed in one area of your life, but again, community seems to show up for you. Three of Cups is again like forgiveness, or it's like reuniting with people. Or you could be dwelling on something that you feel like you've lost. I need to figure that one out. Because usually in the Five of Cups, there are 2 cups left and 3 cups spilled. So 3 cups could be what you are like processing. Let me see. Why is the Five of Cups in the near future? Hanged Man, your energy, looking at things through a different lens is always the advice that comes through with the Five of Cups. There's always the energy of, okay, maybe something didn't work out in your favor, but let's look at what else we have that is, right? It's like changing your focus. So the Hanged Man is the same, changing your focus. And the Three of Cups being in here too. The Strength card. Courage. Let's see. Why is the Strength card and Three of Cups here in the near future for Pisces in their energy? Six of Cups. Interesting. I did say that there was an element of past or nostalgia or friendship. So for some of you, you have a good support system for sure. And I feel like that again is people showing up for you, people who have been in your life, who have been through different stages of your life for sure. Because of this, the imagery here is going from the dog has been there since his childhood, so it's that kind of energy. So Three of Cups here feels like, again, a solid group of people around you that might help you, give you strength and stability during maybe a tough time or disappointment, or again, a need to shift your focus. Sometimes it's just going in a bit of a spiral emotionally. So you're still there. I think you're fixing it, but I think that your support system again is going to be the community that you have around you, that you build around you. It's going to help. If you're lonely and you don't have a lot of friends, it's time to connect with friends, because I just saw that it was going to be very good for you through a difficult emotional time. All right, next thing we got is going to be recent past. Thank you. That was very clear. High Priestess, secrets, hidden information, subconscious fears or beliefs. Let's see. And let's see the near future for Pisces. What is the near future for Pisces? Four of Pentacles. That's interesting. I'm going to figure that one out. Why is the High Priestess in the recent past? The Nine of Cups. That's interesting. Because that's usually about self-fulfillment. It's about wish fulfillment for yourself. It's happiness. Both of them look kind of similar too. Like the way that they're moving here is very same. What does that mean? Some of you could be dances. Why is the High Priestess in a recent past with the Nine of Cups? Okay, Earth sign energy could be around like wish fulfillment around finances or stability or a person. High Priestess, strength. One more. Why is the High Priestess? What does the High Priestess represent? What is something hidden here? Page of Cups reverse. So, okay, what's interesting? So this is showing me a time where you didn't have the clarity or the emotional cleanse or purge that you are having during this week. Page of Cups reversed and Eight of Swords here shows me this is a time where you felt stuck, a little bit stuck in your problems. Okay, so the lack of clarity, maybe something was hidden, information of what to do. I don't know. So that's interesting. So the way that shows up makes some sense to me, that you were in a bit of a dark stage where there was a lot of unknown, a lot of uncertainty. How do I deal with this situation? I feel like you've had some success, and maybe that was the victory here. Like something was easier than expected. Victory, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Could be with an earth sign, that is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Leo's here as well. Pisces is here. This could just be yourself. Like, okay, I'm more stable. I thought I was not going to have stability, but I have stability. So it could be a conversation. I don't know what it is, but this kind of feels like something worked out well. Okay, and the Four of Pentacles in the near future for Pisces. Two of Swords. So one more for that. The Fool. Can I understand what is the kind of what's the relation to the Four of Pentacles? Is holding back or foundation? King of Cups and the Five of Cups being here as well. Interesting. I think there's an energy of holding on to something. And the Fool is about taking a leap of faith. And I almost feel like that might be the advice. The Four of Pentacles is great for working on savings, working on finances. The King of Cups, though, with the High Priestess jumping in the past, I think that there is, maybe you're gaining emotional mastery over your past. Again, like you're now like revisiting this past energy where you felt stuck. And now you've got more emotional control over that, which is good. Which again would make sense with the foundation of the Four of Pentacles. Two of Swords, though, in the near future, you are going to have a decision to make, and it probably is to jump into and to take a leap into something new. What is a Fool card about? The leap of faith, taking a bit of a risk. The Lovers could be in terms of love, whether it's jumping into a relationship. Let's see, going all in. Can I understand that? What is the decision? It's also about choices, can I say? Ten of Pentacles, going long term. Interesting. So 10 of Pentacles to the 4, which is interesting. 6 is the way to get there. This equals that 10 of Pentacles, which usually is the goal. Long-term success, loyalty, in terms of love. That is the traditional marriage, children, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like maybe that's a decision that you're going to make in the future. Is like, okay, I'm going to go all in to my relationships with people, to my decisions around money and finances. Could even be that too. However it is, it's long-term success, abundance, and all that stuff. It's long-term goals. Two of Swords, it's a decision you feel like you have to make. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? One more for that. Why is, or better yet, why is the Two of Swords here? So you're learning a lot. Can I, oh yeah, and now the Queen of Pentacles come back up in the past too. So this decision seems to be related to what you've experienced lately about feeling a bit stuck and needing to get grounded and feeling more stable within yourself and your future. Interesting. Hope that makes sense. Let's carry on. I got more for you. Can I see a little bit about the challenges that might come up for Pisces during this week? Whoop, Emperor and the Death card. Interesting. Now the Emperor is about taking control. Some of you could be dealing with a father figure or a boss here, and there could be some troubles around that. Okay. Some of you, again, as I was saying here, there is an ending of an old sense of self, and I do feel like your challenge is to step up into a leadership position, to take more control over your life and your next chapter, right? Maybe for some of you, if you're becoming your own boss, or you're becoming a boss in general, or a higher position, that could be your challenge, is showing up as that, right? The Death card represents major change, so I'm going to clarify, of course, but of course we need to let something die out in order for a new you or new something to begin. It's clearing space. Okay, let's see. Why is the Emperor a challenge? Hearing Taurus, could be a Taurus. Nine of Pentacles and a Knight of Swords. Interesting. Now, again, really good for those of you who want to be self-employed or at least financially free. Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, again, is about determination and going after what it is that you want. Three of Swords is interesting. Let's see why this is here. The Emperor here is what's the challenge around the Emperor? The Nine of Wands, a little bit of feeling like you need to protect your energy here, feeling a bit wounded in this area. Why? Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is usually about news or announcements. Maybe you heard something that's put you a bit on edge and I feel like you need to get the ball rolling. Maybe you're overhearing a conversation about a boss or about a father figure. I don't know. That's kind of getting you a little bit like, okay, I need to rush something. To take control, right? It is a bit about taking control, especially with the Six of Pentacles here. I love that. Taking control of your day-to-day, taking control of where your life is really going, where your energy is going. And the Death card, why is this a challenge? The Hermit, needing to reflect. Death card, self-reflection for sure. Six of Pentacles, so kind of very similar. What's changing is what you're giving your time and energy to. It's creating massive change because of the change that you're making. So this is where routines and habits are like overly underestimated because they may seem small, like, oh, how is doing this one thing every day going to change my life? It does. It does. This is just a confirmation that wherever you're creating balance, wherever you're putting your time and energy, it's creating major transformation. This is a major transformative card. So the Hermit again is a reevaluation. It's spending time alone to figure something out, and that's where something shifts and changes, right? Maybe you just decide, okay, I want to do something different with my life. I'm different. I want something different. One more for the Death card. The Devil, letting go of attachments, temptations, bad habits. Some of you might be delving into things that again are not super good for you, and that's something that you're deciding to change. The Devil, even if it's fears. Maybe you realize I've been I've been running my whole life on fear, on restrictions, on limitations, on listening to everyone else and not myself. That's changing. You're slowly and steadily turning the coin around, whatever that means to you. All right. I like that a lot. We love to see transformation like that in a reading. Okay, let me see some more. I'm still yet to understand what the impasse is about. Where is the blockage? Maybe you've already been through it. Maybe again, as I said, like something, maybe it's the casket, right? That is death, right? You realize that you can only get so far as the way that you've been handling things or being or doing things. So that's changing. You're taking more control. Okay, anyway, let's see. What is the advice you have for Pisces? 5 of Pentacles, dealing with those feelings of self-worth, also dealing better with finances, okay? I'm going to clarify, of course. One more as an advice. You don't have to do things alone, as I've been saying to you as well through the reading. The light is on in the church. You can go in and go and ask for some help or some prayers. Community is important, as I've been saying. And temperance being advised too. Balance, patience, right? Balancing 2 things. And that's the yin and yang. Yeah, that's what they're showing me. So I'm hearing like, okay, sorry, one sec. Okay, sorry, lovely. It's almost like half an hour. That's why it does that. I'm feeling like there's no right or wrong. Like I was saying earlier, like we feel like, okay, this is evil and that is good. And it's not like that. That's where the yin and yang comes through. Like temperance is all about balancing these 2 things to make a third element, right? Or understanding that both of these elements are just as powerful and there is no such thing as good or bad in something. I don't know what that means. If you're talking about what we were saying earlier about raising your frequency, right? Sometimes guilt, sometimes fears, or even sadness, like these are feelings that actually help us understand. Like these are normal human feelings. Nothing is evil about it, right? So it's understanding that it's okay to feel a certain way if you've been through a lot, or if there's a reason why you feel that way, number 1. Number 2, you need to figure that out. And then you're going to understand how to overcome it. And then you'll understand also that none of this is evil or bad. Like you're not bad. Okay, you're not a bad person if you overindulge in something. You're not a bad person if you're not taking control of your life, right? Nothing is good and evil in this situation. And that's what temperance is almost coming through as with yin and yang. Both have their purposes. Okay? Interesting. That's really random and pretty deep. Let's see. What's a 5 of Pentacles about here? Let's see. 5 of Pentacles. Why is this advice? Okay, 3 of Wands and a 10 up. So you're waiting for an abundance here. What's the advice around the 5 of Pentacles then? The Star. That's interesting. Connecting to a community, as I keep saying, oh my goodness, is important. Now the Star and the 3 of Wands are both kind of about like hope, like hopeful wishing, if I want to. Is that what it is? It's that you're waiting for the 5 to turn into the 10. And in a way, I feel like they're saying that it will. But of course, as I've been saying, so whatever you are hoping for, abundance, community, stability in your life, no longer feeling the way that you do, you are going to have that abundance that you desire. Star card is asking for you to keep the hope. Of course, it does also say there are some things within that you need to heal whilst you're waiting for that. Because almost a little bit like life is a bit of a mirror right now. You have a lack within you, and therefore you're seeing a lack in your external. But maybe how you're showing up, I don't know. But 3 of Wands, the Star, both of them are kind of like awaiting, like hoping something comes in. And usually I'm like, nope, you got to go after it, which I do feel like you are, but small steps. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Most of the time, that's the big thing that stops us from actually making growth, because we feel like it's now or never. And then a few years pass, we're still like, I don't want to dedicate a year of my life to growth, but then spend 5 years in the same position, right? So what's the difference? Anyway, Temperance card. Let's see. Why is this advice? Six of Swords. So yeah, moving and journeying towards calmer times, more stability. So patience is a virtue here. As I was saying before, temperance is about patience, as I've been saying, and you're definitely having that. Things are going to get better. I keep saying that for you as well, which I love that for you. And you're going to have a lot more stability in your future. Love that in your future for sure. You're going to dive all into something. Like it feels really good, the journey that you're about to go down and that you're going to be led towards. What I'm saying about this is temperance is taking a pit stop as well. And the Six of Swords is also my card where things are not super stable right now. You're in a journey as you go along. So I feel like the advice is loving the journey, balancing yourself, not just waiting for the abundance to then feel like, oh, I love my life. You have to learn to love it in the rain, dance in the rain. That's the energy I'm picking up on. You got to learn to, High Priestess, interesting. Anything else with temperance? Trust your intuition. Yeah, the Walled. That's the Imagine card for me. Trust in where your intuition's guiding you to go. Okay, can I see what the impasse is about? What's this blockage? Again, it could be emotional. Yeah, for sure. Look at that. That's what they're saying needs to change. The moon is about some things that are hidden. So again, certain beliefs, certain fears, right? Whatever that devil is to you. Three of Swords, something that's pulling you apart. Certain feelings are pulling you apart. The Death card is bringing transformation in this area. So your impasse, again, maybe it is like a dead end. Maybe it's separation that we've had with someone. Whatever this impasse is, clearly it's for a reason, because the moon and the Three of Swords is deep feelings, deep emotions. This needed to come to an end. You've reached a dead end where it's like, okay, now something needs to change. You can't keep going down that route. Which again is a good thing. I'm so sorry if I'm like lecturing. Let's look at your love life. Let's see the energy in an area of love for Pisces. Judgment, truth, clarity, forgiveness. Some of you, it could be someone coming back from the past. Doesn't have to be though, but you have the Knight of Swords here. Could be some truths, could be some forgiveness, could be some important conversation, however you resonate in terms of love. Let's see, what's Judgment here for? Temperance reversed. Woo! Someone doesn't want to forgive. That could be you. That's up to you. But the fact is jumping up on top of the Six of Pentacles about restoring order and balance and temperance reversed. That's probably an area they want you to forgive. Even if you don't let someone in your life, right? Casket here. Someone could be going out of your life. But it's more about like, as I said with the temperance, like yin and yang. I'm sorry, I like to say this, but I don't know what I want to say about that. You might be seeing something as extremely bad, and that could be preventing you from forgiving. And maybe it is. I don't know your situation, so it's hard for me to even sit here and say anything, you know. But judgment is almost like forgiving, surrendering, letting it go is so important for you, so you can have balance. Otherwise, you're going to carry these feelings with you forever. So the judgment is really for you to have balance in your life, okay? Okay, anything else for judgment? Like some of you have had some really difficult pasts that might be preventing you from moving forward in life. Anything else for judgment? The judgment again, and a Five of Wands with the Death card again. Someone wants forgiveness, probably from you. I don't know who it is. But Spirit is saying in terms of love, especially if you got some bickering, maybe if you're in a relationship, you know, it's just like kind of bickering going on, little conflicts going on. Judgment's like releasing and surrendering. It did jump on top of Death cards. Something needs to change here if you want to be together. If you don't, then you don't have to. Then it's time to let it go. Okay? But either way, there is a conversation coming through in terms of love for sure. Now, for some of you, again, if you're single, it kind of maybe need to let go of the past and the conflict that you have around love to be able to accept new love in a new way, right? Imagine is my Judgment card. So to think even better about who you can attract in your life, right? You just have to let something go so that you can rise up to a new level to meet new kinds of people. It's almost like a lesson you're having to learn there. And in terms of career and finances, Magician, well, you can have whatever you want, honey. If you want it, you got it. All right. Why is Magician here? Using your tools wisely. Page of Wands is also like good news coming away in terms of that too. Let's see, Magician. Basically, the Magician is also kind of like everything's in your control. And Judgment coming through here as well. Eight of Wands, surrender and release. Good things are coming. Again, Eight of Wands is all about moving in the right direction. So in this area of your life, showing up as a Magician here tells me that you were going in the right direction. So some of you want to start your own business, right? Because sometimes The magician can be like a jack of all trades. Maybe you're doing it all. This is a good sign. I do see that once you let go of stress and worries, I do see that more opportunities come your way. Okay. And when you start having fun with it, money, finances, more opportunities start to come your way. But this is a good confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be in this area. Showing up as a magician, though, use your resources wisely. You have the ingredients. It's time to make a cake. The judgment and the imagine in your career also says whatever it is that you desire in this area and finances, you can have it. It's just time to use your tools and resources wisely. Instead of, it's really about understanding you have everything that you need to start here right now. You may not have $1 million, but you have something that can take you there step by step. So the goals are not out of reach. Just your beliefs are blocking you. That's it. Okay. It's about the journey. How are you going to navigate your way to get there? That's important. Anyways, I'm lecturing you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, I'm tired. I think I'm going to go bed. But thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. Every view that you guys give me it helps me directly. So thank you so much for being here. I send you my love. If you feel like it, make sure that you guys like and subscribe and comment and share, because those are all things that also help me too. And I'd love to hear how this reading resonated, if you liked the spread. These readings and this spread have honestly made the videos so much longer. But if it resonates and it's like super accurate, then let me know. And maybe I'll do this every now and again. But honestly, I'm tired. So I'm going to go to bed. Anyway, I love you. I'll see you guys next time. Okay.